Hi everybody, Dmitry's here. In this section of the tutorial we'll be looking at all the software side of things and processing. We'll be using reality capture and Agisoft's Metashape. But to start with, let's have a quick look at what the framework looks like after installation. We recommend using an NVMe SSD drive and install it on that drive. It could either be system Windows drive or separate drive. So after installation, you see an user license agreement. We have two important folders, scans and binaries. Licenses are just all third-party licensing for various kinds of libraries that we use. So under bin third-party, we have FFmpeg, we have parts of the Mesh Lab, and we have the whole Python framework with with all our libraries already pre-installed that we rely on. We also have a custom version of Mesh Lab. You could use off-the-shelf one. This one just has a few user-friendly additions to that and custom plugins. We have a Symbox SDK with firmware updater. That's very useful for custom rigs where you would want to integrate various parts of your own system together. And we have PBR Scan. That's our Windows version of the rig control app. We have the same one for mobile devices, for Android and iOS. And the core of the processing is our Sisol. It's an inference engine for PBR material reconstruction, and it's written in C++. And if we run a command line, it could tell us that it's going to be using, in this case, NVIDIA RTX 3070, using OpenCL and CUDA, and that's what takes care of all the heavy lifting. The rest of the system, if we go to scans and scripts, the rest of the system is written pretty much in Python. That's what we call infrastructure. Most of the time you won't be needing to use that, as it has various tools for basic image processing, for data conversion, for just various system utilities. We have some useful tools for rendering depth of field, and various masks. We also have a custom archiver tool that takes care of the fact that a lot of this photometric footage shares a lot of information in common between different images. And we have scripts that deal with desequencing of the input data, taking care of some extra generation of data for 2D material reconstruction, and working with markers. The important thing there is the Mesh Tools folder, and over here we have some custom picture profiles for Canon and Nikon cameras. We also have some custom settings for Sony, as we shoot most of the footage in JPEG using log spaces, and we also have Photoshop presets for converting those log spaces into regular sRGB to create reference images, and just to have better understanding of what the real footage looks like. And we also have a predefined set of April tags that we use for various steps of automation in our process, for scaling as well as exposure compensation and a lot of other things. This could be printed using a reality capture, but here we have something that's already predefined to the sizes that we find useful. That's pretty much it with the core. The rest has to do with helping us to calibrate things and actual build tools. Under scans underscore utils, we have light position calibration, so we'll be looking at that shortly. And under prop template, we have basically the whole folder that you're supposed to copy paste and name any way you want, and start putting your data in there and start doing processing.